still landed on the screen. Micro antennas. The antenna that everybody wants to work because they're so neat, but they all suck. So these are three common, well, really just two common micro antennas that you might find. This one is really popular with airsofters, I guess, because it's flaccid and they like things that are flaccid. These ones are a little bit more erect, even if they're snubby. And these might look like the same antenna, but they are different antennas. I haven't torn these down myself because I don't plan on buying anymore. But I've seen people tear these down and they're actually different inside. So this is an Abri, and this is a Diamond. Now, Diamond is a company that makes quality antennas, but I think most of the HT antennas you find are not actual Diamond brand. The Abri, when you take them apart, there's actually I think two coils inside of it and a capacitor to help the loading element. These fake Diamonds, when you take them apart, it's literally just a copper coil, like a little spring inside of there, and they perform differently. This claims that it's a tri-band antenna. This claims that it's a tri-band antenna. Claims that it's 144, 430, and 1200, which antennas naturally do that on third order resonance anyways. And they do make a breeze on their website that claim that they're monoband, but realistically it's the same antenna on the inside. Little doohickey's just a 30 decibel attenuator. I do actually use this antenna when I'm at home and testing radios. I have my RTL SDR hooked up to my antenna outside sometimes. And what I do is I hook this up to my antenna, put it on low power, and I can talk to myself, not in a crazy way, without transmitting too much power. That's basically the radio's already putting out like 1 watt at low power. I have a very low power antenna, and then I have an attenuator all at the same time, lowering the power even more, so I can do more extensive testing without disturbing everybody in the area. We'll take that off for now, and let's get to testing. We'll start with the SMA. The SMA female connectors, just because I already have my jank adapter connected. Go to maximum focus. Alright, this is my DNA with the jank adapter. Plug in the Abri in first, since this is the one I like to use. Nice thing with the SMA male and female is you can junction them together when you're not using them. Let them have a little bit of fun. Alright, so got the little stubby attached, and let's tune into, give it the benefit of the doubt and do the repeater band. 448950. This is where the repeaters are going to live. Giving it a light grip. Got an SWR about 13. That's not good at all. Give it a death grip. SWR about 10. Let's go lower in the band. This is where it actually kind of, see where it works the best. 431, still pretty usable. Got an SWR about 2.8. And again, as I say with HTs, is you're never going to have an ideal SWR of 1.5 or lower. I think we're realistically aiming for about 2 to 3. Your radio is going to lower its power if it's too high anyways. And in this scenario, you're just not going to broadcast as far. SWR does matter. I'm not saying that. But with HTs, you're not going to get perfect all the time because your environment's so changing. Give it the death grip. But you know, with a light grip, it's not that bad of an antenna. Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. I still would not use this on a regular basis. It claims it's tri-band. So let's go to 2 meters. And there's a spike there, but it's not at 144. 146, we got a SWR about 2.5. Not bad. But I still wouldn't use it, because there is a loaded coil in here that's properly balanced, or whatever you want to call it. But you're still just not going to broadcast it. Now, for my handout radios, GRMS radios that I can hand to family members, I use these antennas on them because they don't put out that far. So if your goal is to only use them in line of sight where you can actually see the other person, you just can't hear them, these are great, because I have these on UV5Gs, and the thing I like about the UV5Gs is they're so small you can just put them in your pocket, especially with these antennas. So when people don't care about radios, they just want to talk, I give them those radios, so they can just put them in their pocket. I believe this is an Abri. I forget what model. I usually only buy Abris and Nagoyas. And we're still on 2 meters. Coffee's kind of wearing off. Drank like half a gallon of almond milk coffee because I'm getting old and milk is too spicy. It's resonant on 2 meters. Got an SWR about 2.5. Not good, not bad. Go up to 70 centimeters at about 430. Got an SWR about 3.6. Not good. But again, if you don't care about range and you care more about compactness and you're only using it when you can still physically see each other, but you just can't hear each other, these compact antennas are perfectly fine. I sometimes call them novelty antennas, just as a stab. But they do have a use case scenario. Like I said, if you can see each other, can't hear each other, they work just fine. And then this one I bought for my GRMS antennas, even though it's not advertised as a GRMS antenna. About 434. Wow, that is actually really good. About an SWR 1.2, 125. And again, these fake diamonds, unless Diamond actually does make these, it's just a copper spring inside of there that's a quarter wavelength long, and then they coil it up. Which, I mean, theoretically, I guess it works. And then the overall length of the spring, too, does matter. I just don't know what increment below 1/4 actually works. But let's go up to the GRMS spectrum, since that's what I'm using these for. 143 200 simplex area. Ooh, I'm watching this through the screen. Everything's weird. SWR about 6.5. Again, the radio is going to be throttling down by that point, but I'm only using these radios as handouts amongst family members when we can see each other and just can't hear each other. So these antennas still would work perfectly fine. And it allows you to put a little UV5R with a stock battery on it in your pocket because it's so compact. But yeah, those are the little stubby fantastic antennas. Most use case scenarios, they're useless, but they do have a purpose. I would actually go with these little hard plastic bullets before I go with the little flaccid fantastic. Just because this one is grippy. If you want to put it in your pocket, it's going to snag. These ones are pretty smooth. Could get in and out of your pocket pretty easily. And again, like with this one, it's use case scenario for me that I actually frequently use it for is when I want to put out low power. I combine it with my attenuator, put the radio on low power, and basically nobody outside of a mile is really going to hear me as I'm doing a half an hour of radio test trying to get the mic gain right. Yeah, that's pretty much it.